Okay.
So this is Top 10 Tuesday, the first Tuesday of a new month and a new year. And so in this case, we're going to do our top 10 favorite reads of 2022. And this is going to be a part one because we're going to do 10 through 5, 10 through 5, 10 through 6, 10 through 6 on here. And then if you want to see 1 through 5, you got to go over to Kristan's channel, The Comic Slayer, where that will be. Now, are you going to put this up on the same day this one goes up?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, so it'll be Tuesday. All right, so the assignment was top 10 favorite reads, but I couldn't really do it. I came close. I got like 12, so I've got 2 honorable mentions that I have to start off with. So, and they are, first one is Poppy's Inferno. This was actually in my top 10, the first 2 or 3 drafts I did of this. It was like number 10, but it eventually got pushed out. But this was a big surprise because, I mean, I did not expect much out of it at all. I didn't even really buy it. You got it with a Z2 package, right? It was like thrown in.
Yeah, it was just thrown in for free. So I was like, well, I know who I'm giving this to.
Yeah, and I had the first Poppy graphic novel, Genesis, I think is what it was called. And it was okay, it's fine. But this was way better than Genesis. This is half the art is by Zoe Thorogood, which I had never heard of her before. And it's awesome. So like she does the art that's in the Hell dimension. And then there's another artist. Yeah, don't know. I did a full review of this and I did mention the artist in that, but I'm going to look anyway. Amilcar Pena. No idea if that's the right pronunciation, but anyway, he does the art that's in the real world. It's a little bit more realistic than Zoe's, but and it's back and forth like that. It's really cool. So that almost made the cut. And then I got another one that was in number 9 or 10, and it got pushed out in drafts, and that's World of Black Hammer Volume 4, and mainly on the strength of the title story, Skull Crusher and Skeleton Boy. Is that what's called?
Skull Digger, I think.
Skull Digger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Skull Digger and Skeleton Boy. That's it. It's really good. It's like a love letter to, the Frank Miller Daredevil. I mean, it's fantastic. And this is another one I didn't really expect a whole lot. I thought I would like it okay, like I did the other Black Hammer stuff. Some I like more than others. But yeah, really good. Almost made the cut, but then couldn't quite.
Nice. Well, I got my list down to like 20, and then I was like, well, we can't do this. So I narrowed it down some. You said let's do honorable mentions. So I have 2 of those. One of them I don't own. I plan to buy eventually, but I read it on Hoopla, my favorite from the library. Yep. And that is, and I'll have you put in the image right here, right? So that is Cryptid Club by Sarah Anderson. And that is Sarah Scribbles, very popular. You may have seen some online, I've heard especially. Of it, yeah. Very, very fun, funny. And this Cryptid Club collection was all cryptids. So, you have your Bigfoots and, your Mothman and everything.
So,
and
is that all like urban legendary monsters and from like mainly North American?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, okay.
Well, yeah, you have like, I don't know. You have the whole cast of like some of the ones I mentioned, and there's some more, but it's so fun. It's so classic Sarah Scribbles. They like go to parties together. They're, Mothman's like eating sweaters and stuff in the middle. It's just like, it's so funny. And I loved it. It's classic Sarah Anderson.
Are you going to buy a physical copy of that?
I'll get it eventually. Yeah. I'll probably I tend to find her stuff pop up at like half price books and stuff because it's like really popular and then somebody will trade it in. So I'll probably wait for something like that. Unlike you, I don't feel the need to immediately own everything. So just saying.
It's a problem.
It can be, yeah. But I love that one. So highly recommend to everyone. It's very funny. And cool. Then I picked a manga. It's my only manga on the list, so don't worry, Dad. Although I've made you read some manga, so like we'll see. 2023.
I don't hate all manga,
Yeah. But and that was Cat Gamer. So there are 2 volumes of this currently. I think there's going to be
Okay,
more.
that looks like my sunshine.
Yeah, it looks just like Sunshine. I guess it's Cat Plus Gamer is really what it is, because it
Okay,
is about this little cat here. This woman who's really, she just stays in her house all day. She doesn't want to go out and do anything. She goes to work, goes back home, and games all night, all day. That's all she wants to do. And she's never been interested in pets or anything else, not really humans either. But one day at work, someone finds this kitten like in the parking lot, and security guard, I think, and he comes in and he's like, who can take this kitten? And no one wants to take the kitten for one reason or another, allergies. We already have 2, whatever.
right.
Eventually gets to her, and for some reason she looks at this little adorable face and she's just like, okay, I'll take this cat home. And from then on, this is really about this girl who knows nothing about cats at all.
Does the art inside look as good as that cover, or is it totally different?
I mean, I like the art inside. I think it's still the same artist, I believe, did the cover.
Yeah, it looks like it. You can,
Yeah,
even from that, I can see the fur looks real.
yeah,
Sort of.
I really liked it. But yeah, from then on, it's really just her, taking care of this cat, learning cat behavior, never having experienced any sort of cats in her life, and
I'm
just
still trying
going,
to learn cat behavior.
yeah, and just going through those quirks and those weird things like we don't realize they even do until they start doing it. I loved it. It was really endearing, and I think this is one that mom would really enjoy too. So
Yeah, probably.
get that for her sometime. But yeah, looks just like Sunshine.
Yeah, it's like a younger sunshine.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll do number 10 then for me.
Okay.
It is. This is, of course, this did not come out in 2022. It came out a long time ago, but this is Marvel Knights by Joe Quesada Omnibus, which I actually put this one with my Daredevil omnibuses because that's mostly what it is the Kevin Smith Daredevil run, which Joe Quesada did almost all the art on that. And I did a full review of this one, but I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I knew I would like it, but I didn't know I would like it as much as I did. And I think it's a perfect thing to read too, since as kind of a going away present to Joe Q, because he left Marvel this year, and I hadn't read it until this year. So, yeah, so it's number 10 for me, and I loved it. I don't know if it's still in print.
I never note those anymore.
Yeah.
All right, my number 10 is Better Place. This was put out by Top Shelf. It is about this boy who, he doesn't have a lot of friends. He just moved in a new house. His mom's super busy, but he has his grandfather who he loves. They go on adventures together. They play superheroes. What were they called? The Red Rocket and Kid Cosmo. And then one day he was told, your grandpa's gone to a better place. And from then on, he's trying to find where this better place is. He thinks it's an actual physical better place. So he goes on a journey to find his grandpa that he loves
He's
so
gonna
much.
find him.
Yeah. So I love the art in this. I think it's beautiful. It really seemed, it's really, really good. Great story. Of course, it's gonna like tug at your heartstrings and give you a lot of feelings. And I thought it was incredibly well done. They also, because he pretends to be a superhero with his grandpa, so there are these covers built in.
Oh, from their imaginary team.
Yeah, and a lot of awesome people did these covers. Nate Powell did one, Jim Rugg, Jeff Lemire. There's a lot of great artists who do these covers throughout it, which is
that looks
cool.
really good.
Yeah, and it's really great. I think you really like it. Here's another one.
And that would be great as a cartoon, probably. Cartoon movie.
Yeah, to make you sad, yeah. But yeah, no, it would be really good. And this was awesome.
And who put that out?
Top Shelf.
Top Shelf. Okay. All right, so that was your number 10. Mm-hmm. So my number 9 is, I don't know how good this show up. Maybe if I have it right side up. Once and Future, the deluxe volume 1. And I got the fancy slipcase because InStock didn't have the regular when I tried to order it. So, but anyway, it was great. This is one of your recommends, of course. And loved it. I mean, I had a couple of little minor issues with it that I covered in my review, but they're very minor. And, beautiful Dan Mora art and another take on the Arthurian legend, but a really dark one. You know, and a lot of the reviews I see of this, people don't mention how dark it is. You know, it's really kind of a horror.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, for sure.
very, very much a horror kind of tale to me. But yeah, I know you loved it, and I loved it, and everybody loved it. Haven't really heard anybody that didn't love it. You know, or
Yeah,
people
I
really
haven't
didn't
either.
read it, but yeah. So
Who
that
doesn't
is,
love the grandma? I mean, come on.
yeah, the grandma, the plucky grandma, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Plucky grandma that fights monsters. Yeah,
Yeah. Nothing
yeah,
better.
yeah. I loved it. We're getting one. Is it this year? It's going to finish it. One more
Yeah, I
finishes
think
it.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I think the comic is already done. They just haven't collected the deluxe yet.
I was like, this year, and I was like, oh, this year. Okay.
Well,
It will be. Yes,
it will be
absolutely.
this year. When this comes out, it'll be
Yeah.
that year. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. My number 9 was kind of a surprise to me when I picked it up because it was put out by Seven Seas, which typically they print manga. This is not manga though, and it is Life of Melody. And this specifically, I think, started. I should have looked it up, but I think it started as a webtoon. And on the back, it even says 2 supernatural men and a baby. So that is
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of, though I haven't even seen that movie. But it is about
You don't think
2.
you've seen it when you were little, maybe?
Oh, did I? You'd know.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe.
not. I mean that was VHS time.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was like
yeah,
old. Yeah.
yeah.
But this guy, I think it's an elf, and I forget what the other guy is. A beast man, fairy godfather. No, not an elf. Fairy godfather and a beast man. They go to the woods and they find this human baby, and then they fight over who's going to take this baby home and raise this baby. And then of course they're eventually like, fine, we'll just raise this baby together. And from then on, because they kind of hate each other.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely story of their relationship with this human little baby that they have to raise in this human
I think
world.
you covered that on one of your mini shows.
I'm sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you
Um,
talking about. Now, I have to say, got to interrupt you. I'm so impressed with how you navigated not spoiling this video in all of the lead up with your other shows. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean, we both did our favorite number one favorite read of
Hmm.
2022 on Omar's thing, near mint conditions thing. And then you also did that on probably at least one or two of your other shows that you do.
Right.
And I was so afraid. I was thinking, oh man, she is going to spoil my video. I know she is. And then you didn't. You went to
No.
other categories and you kind of
Uh-huh.
expertly done.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
That was awesome.
But yeah, I love this book. So
Okay, number 8. See, I got to back up for mine because mine are heavy. Look at that. You can already see what it is, can't you?
kinda.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
Swamp Thing, the Bronze Age Omnibus. I did a full review of this one too, and I loved it. Yeah, so this is all of the stuff before Alan Moore. So it's the first appearance in House of Secrets, and then it's the first series that Lynn Wein and Bernie Wrightson done, and then it's the Saga of Swamp Thing that Tom Yeats and Martin Pascoe done, and then Saga is actually the one that Alan Moore takes over, for his legendary run. So this is everything before that in one massive tome. And I just had a ton of fun reading this one. Just gorgeous art. Bernie Wrightson and Nestor Redondo did a lot of the art in it, and I just loved it.
How do you like the trade dress on those? Do you like that?
It's
kind of
okay.
boring, right? A little boring.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I know it matches the other Bronze Age series at DC.
Right.
Which I only accidentally seen that on some people's shelves in different videos. Like they have one for, I think, Bronze Age JLA, Bronze Age Batman, like that. And they all have this color in the same trade dress with the circle. And not that I'm ever going to get any of those, but.
Right. Okay. All right.
That was number 8 for me.
My number 8 is one that I gifted you for Christmas. That's your cue. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that is The Nice House on the Lake, Volume 1. We're getting more this year, which I'm really stoked on. That's James Tynion, of course. Look at that cover. And that interior art too.
Cover is cool.
Love the interior art. And it
Yeah.
was so it was just wild. It was just so wild. I don't even want to ruin anything for anybody. I just think everyone should read this. It is such a great, like, kind of horror tale. And look
Yeah.
at that. I mean,
Did you read this on Hoopla or what?
I did. I did.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
I'm
haven't read it yet, but it'll be soon. Because I know
yeah,
it'll be a quick read. All the modern stuff is pretty quick. So
I'm looking forward to your thoughts on that. I think you'll really like
yeah,
it too. But yeah, I loved it.
it. I mean, I have no idea what's about, but it looks a little X-Filesy. Is that accurate at all? Or
There's elements of that,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
the monster of the week specifically
yeah,
stuff that they did.
yeah. There's some elements of that. What I can say is, of course, it is regarding this house on the lake.
Yeah.
Which is in the title. It's great. It's really good.
Okay. And so I'll probably end up getting the trade paperback of Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2024, I will get a deluxe hardcover.
Yeah, I'm like,
is that what'll happen?
That's what because I'm like, I think I'll just keep reading on Hoopla, because if there's ever a hardcover many years from now, maybe then I'll get it. I don't need to have it before then. But yeah. And those trades are nice though. You picked it up. It's like a nice quality.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like it'll be easy to read, at least,
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Mm-hmm. So number
7.
Number 7. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm still reading Swamp Thing, and I'm still reading it now. So this is Alan Moore, Absolute Swamp Thing, Volume 1. So this continues right from the last book. And I have a full review of this. Actually, it came out yesterday. Yeah. Which is Monday.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, loved it a lot. And now, of course, that I have bought that Bronze Age omnibus and read it, now DC brings out the Lynn Wein and Bertie Wrightson Absolute, and I will have to buy that too. So it will go nicely with this beautiful beast here. So this is like the first, I don't know how many issues. It goes to, I think, 35. And he came on in 20 or 19. I should know this, but I did not write it down. It's in the review, though. So, which everyone should have already watched that by now. But if not, go watch that if you want to see my thoughts on this. I mean, everybody's reviewed this, but now I have to. So, and it is number 7 for me for the whole year. Easy. And of course, it didn't come out in 2022 either, but I read it then. So,
all right. Well, my number 7 is super similar to that. It's Cinnamon. And by super similar,
exactly
I mean
the same. Yeah,
totally opposite. This, I've talked about it on my various channels as well. But this is about this cat here, Cinnamon. This is what Cinnamon actually looks like in real life. But in her head, she's this awesome, like muscly, cool cat with this crazy bat, right?
Yeah, spikes on the shoulder. Yep.
Yeah, just really super cool. And these are like short little tales about Cinnamon doing everyday things. And this is always my favorite one to show. I actually found it cool. Here's Cinnamon, like on the kitchen counter, there are these like little cups, but in her head, there she is about to battle some dynamite, some sticks of dynamite that she has to avoid to get across on the other side, right? And I love that. And that's what this is. It's just like these adventures Cinnamon's going on in her head. It reminded me of Rugrats, but for this cat.
Yeah. I before you read that, because it's before it actually came out, I was on one of the Omnibros. I wasn't on there, but I was in the chat on the Omnibros live where they were going over previews, and that was in there. And I think Geo might have been the first one to say it, and then other people said, "Oh my God, the guy that's got Kristan written all over it. Kristan will have to get this book." And everybody was saying, "Yeah, that's totally Kristan."
Well,
and I think
no
that was before you even knew about it.
I just what?
I think that's before you knew about it. I think.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But the moment I saw it come out, I was like, "Yeah, that's for me," and it totally was. It was just so fun. I think you would enjoy this too. But it was a blast. I really like the art. It was really unique and different, and it's right up my alley. So,
yep,
that's my 7.
That's your 7. Okay, so we're we're going to end on 6 in the
Mm-hmm.
segment on my channel. So I'll give you my 6. And some people would say this is kind of a cheat, maybe, but it's Gideon Falls, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm putting them in one entry because, well, that's my only criticism of it, really. And I was poo-pooed when I said this. Nobody else agreed. But I don't think Volume 1 holds up by itself all that well. But when you read both of them together, oh, perfect. Yeah. I loved it. And I loved how it ended. I loved the ending on, which I don't think everybody loved that, but I did. Yeah, and it's totally right at my alley with the, the many worlds theory and all that. I mean, I've been into that forever. I was into that theory and that type of sci-fi before it was cool, I have to say. Because, it's not new. It's just getting a lot of press right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Marvel's been doing that since I'm a little boy, with multiple worlds and all that. So, but I really liked it a lot. And this was another Kristan pick, was Gideon Falls. Yep.
That's not a cheat at all, by the way. It's just the whole run. I mean, that's not a cheat at all.
Yeah.
That's not a cheat at all. Well, my number 6. Guess what that is? It's also Gideon Falls.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
And I have these editions.
You have the cooler covers, you do.
Which, I mean, they're pretty cool. They are the DCBS delicious. I'm trying to get that little bard in there. Yeah. The DCBS editions are what these are. I love them because, like, it doesn't even say anything on the cover. Like, you don't even know unless you know.
They're extra creepy because they're so.
Yeah, they are extra creepy.
Yeah. Enigmatic.
This barn one is my favorite, though.
Yeah,
it's
I like
quite
it a
striking.
lot.
This
all
one's
that red.
Nice and creepy too, but yeah.
Yeah, that one's just that red one is just powerful,
Yeah, it's super cool. But I also loved it. I felt the opposite. I liked the first volume, I think, more than the second. But
I'm weird.
Which is funny. Well, and I think the second was clearly like the more sci-fi heavy one.
The more plot driven, I think.
Right, the more plot driven, and I think the first one was the more character driven. And I prefer the character driven stuff, but still together. We had the same exact ranking, which is funny. But yeah,
it is funny because we did not. I mean, you've seen different drafts of mine, but I don't think you've seen the final.
No, I had no idea you would pick the exact same number I picked.
Yeah. I mean, you knew it was in there, but
right,
cool.
Right. So yeah, Gideon Falls, absolutely.
Yeah, let's see if I can stack us over here on the side and figure out how to do that. Okay. So here's half of our top 10 favorite reads of 2022. So these are the honorable mentions and 10 through 6. Now to get the rest of that, you got to go over to the Comic Slayer channel. Link down in the doobly-doo. Right? You know where it's at.
Yeah.
And check out the rest of that. And that's all I got for today. So follow me over there to Kristan's channel and we'll do the rest. Thanks for watching.